Good morning, children. Welcome back to the social session, children. We were learning about the philosophy which is new to you. I know. It's very difficult to understand some of the terminology like renunciation, salvation, बोलो तो क्या है, मुक्ति, okay, what is penance, okay, what is deep penance. These kind of words we have come across under this unit called as the devotional path to the divine. Now today, yesterday we have learned about some of the Sufi saints, the Natpanthis, Yogis and Siddhacharis. Some of the famous Sufi saints also we have learned about. The people like Khwaja Moinuddin Chishti of Ajmer and Qutbuddin Bakhtiyar Kaki of Delhi and Nizamuddin Ahulia of Delhi and Bandanawaz Gisudaraz of Gulbarga. So these are some of the Sufi saints, famous Sufi saints, of which dargahs are also very famous for the pilgrimage of many of the Islam people. So today we shall learn about the new religious developments in India during the period of 17th to 20th century. The period of 13th century saw a new wave of Bhakti movement in North India, especially during the 13th century. As we have already learnt about some of the people like Namdev, Eknath, Tukaram, these people have spread a new wave of Bhakti movement. So this was an age when Islam got entered into India, and Hinduism, Sufism, various stands of Bhakti and Natpanthis, Siddhas and Yogis influenced one another. Okay, they believe that the supreme reality is only one and it is formless. The formless ultimate reality they believed in. And we saw that new towns and kingdoms were also emerging during this period, and people were taking up new professions and finding new roles for themselves. Such people, especially craft persons. Craft person बोले तो weaver एक craft person है, and cobbler is a craft person, and barber is a craft person. So even potter is a craft person, carpenter is a craft person. So likewise there are different craft persons who started taking up a profession. Peasants, traders and laborers, they thronged to listen to these new saints and spread the ideas. Some of the famous saints like Kabir Das, Babu, Guru Nanak had rejected orthodox customs and beliefs. Orthodox, again we have come across a new word. They have rejected, Kabir Das and even the Guru Nanak had rejected this orthodox customs and rituals. ये ऐसा ही करना, वैसा ही रहना बोल के जो orthodox system जो था, okay, they have rejected this system and they started preaching simple way of performing the salvation or to reach the abode of the God. So poets like Bammera Potena, Annamacharya and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Tulsidas, Surdas, they accepted the existing beliefs and practices but wanted to make them accessible to all. वो जो तरीका जो था वो खाली थोड़े लोगों के लिए accessible था, इसीलिए they wanted to make it simplified and bring it for the sake of all the people. So Potana, who lived the life of a peasant in the sense farmer he is. Bammera Potana हमारा वरंगल का है. So he is from Warangal and he led a life of a peasant. And Bammera near Warangal, he composed a famous Mahabhagavatam in Telugu, and Potana is also called as Sahaja Kavi, children. This is one of the most important question, children. Bammera Potana is called as Potana is called as what he wrote? Mahabhagavatamu. So he has composed this one and he is called as Sahaja Kavi. Sahaja means natural. As we speak in the language, even he wrote this Mahabhagavatam also in the same language. So he is a natural poet and he wrote a lucid poetry. Lucid means two lines will be there. So he wrote that lucid poetry to express his natural feelings towards the God. And you also have learnt you might have come across the films like Annamacharya. So Tallapalli Annamacharya, who lived between 1408 to 1503, was also a popular saint composer of Andhra Pradesh, and he is also revered as a Padakavita Pitamaha. So he is Sahaja Kavi and he is Pada Kavita Pitamaha. We will see about his Kirtanas in tomorrow's class also, children, about Annamacharya. Thank you, children.